So my recommendation for you this week, Rob, is from a band called Shadow of Intent.
Yes.
So they're a band that formed in 2014. They're generally described as an American deathcore band, but I don't think they're just... I think they're loosely deathcore, if you get what I mean. It's like they've got so many experimental things going on in their music that you can really categorize them into even melodic death metal, anything like that. They claim that they play melodic deathcore, having a lyrical theme of Halo, a military science fiction first-person shooter game, as you know. Their take on the sound manages to be a fresh way past the prime of the genre, so they kind of want to take it onto their new kind of sound. So their EP that they released was called Inferi Sententia, which released in the year 2014. Then the first major LP was Primordial. So you get the same kind of stuff that you get on their latest album. So if you like what you hear off this one, then definitely check this album out, because it's got some of the amazing stuff that you hear off this album as well. Then following up with... Oh, no, sorry, not this one. The one after that, Reclaimer. Sorry, my bad. That's the one, that the previous album. So that's got a lot of the good stuff on it. And then moving straight onto that, we have their latest album, Melancholy, that released last year. And if Thornhill was number 1 from my albums last year, then I think this was definitely number 2, as far as I remember. So the song that I've got of this one, only recently in the last month or two, got released as a proper music video and single, and the song is number 2 on the album, Gravesinger. So have you got the song up in front of you?
Yeah, I have it queued up. Yep.
Cool. So on go, this will be Melancholy, Gravesinger. 3, 2, 1, go.
Interesting strings to begin with. Oh, this almost seems like the kind of music you get in a trailer for like a video game or something.
Halo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, very nice. I like the way it keeps building and building and building. Yeah. I love a good yeah.
This isn't even like the most mental song on the album, but the way it goes is great.
Very nice. Like the drumming in this. Oh, who does that remind me of? Bit Lamb of God-y, kind of.
Listen to that beat.
Like the yeah. Very nice. Yeah, definitely Randy Blythe is an influence on this guy, I can tell.
The lower part of him, yeah.
Yeah, the more guttural side of Randy's vocals. You know what this bit reminds me of? The Anna on the Frack I showed you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Almost kind of power metal-y bombast in that kind of guitar work.
Then going in with Dimmy Borgia.
Yeah. Very nice. I like this bit. Good riffage.
Oh, they're masterclass in that.
I like that. I like the kind of overlapping kind of radio frequency sounding vocals with the gutturals. Yeah, a bit of Mitch Lucker in those highs, for sure.
Oh, I miss Mitch.
And again, keeps cropping up, the scream singing. It seems like everyone's doing it nowadays. Solo. Very nice.
Well, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, suddenly turned into Dragon Force. Herman Lee's suddenly in charge of the guitar. Nice.
Nice bass at the end.
Nice. I like the outro. Choral outro.
And there we go. That is
Right.
Shadow of Intent with Gravesinger. So, like, the album itself, some of my favourites off the album are, like, Dirge of the Void. That's another great one. The one that comes after this, Barren and Breathless, Macrocosm. Melancholy, the first song, and Malediction is also a great one. I think that was the first or second single from the album. So, yeah, so much stuff to check out from the album, so I couldn't recommend it enough.
Nice. Can I just ask, is this a concept album?
I don't know.
Because the way the sort of you have the kind of those interludes, like the choral passages and the brass and the kind of bombast of it all, makes it seem like there's a kind of more of a narrative
Possibly
behind some of these songs.
I could have a quick look for you. Shadow.
But yeah, just in terms of the actual track itself, yeah, it was. I mean, as I've probably reiterated time and time again in this podcast, I'm not a massive deathcore guy, but I just think the instrumentals the instrumentation was really good. I like the solo. I like the kind of mid-late part with that riffage, with the overlapping kind of the high kind of Mitch Lucker-esque screams contrasting with the low gutturals, low Randy Blythe-esque gutturals. Yeah, I really like the drums actually in the beginning as well. The kind of the battering ram sort of blast beaty kind of stuff going on.
Yeah. So to answer your question of a concept album, yes, it is indeed. It's a concept.
I thought it was.
It's a concept album detailing a mass suicide controlled by a demonic goddess, and tells the story of a man in that mass suicide trying to escape from the afterlife.
That can only be a deathcore based concept album.
Absolutely.
With that narrative.
But
yeah, no, that was a good. I kind of thought it was, just like I said, based on just how bombastic it seemed, and how there was Anal Nafrak in it in parts. I thought as well.
Yeah, I think
bit of that endarkment stuff I showed you from last week.
Yeah, what I love about that song in particular is the amount of original kind of rhythmic stuff that they came out with that song. Like, I don't think you've heard that kind of intro before, where it's like dun 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 dun. It's that's something quite new to me, and I feel like that sort of thing is something that hooked me onto the album as soon as I heard it, especially with like Melancholy. Is it Melancholy the first song? I can't remember. Yes, it should be. Yeah, Melancholy the first song. That in itself just a great intro to that. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, I love the fact as well that being a deathcore band, they're not afraid to put elements such as these bombastic brassy passages and these choral angelic kind of passages in the outro into their work.
I feel like deathcore as well as metalcore has now become a very open playing field in what can be produced.
It wasn't like a bit of a homogenized kind of mess like it was in, say, like 5 years ago, where every band just sounded the same.
Well, just like either blast beats or just chuggy breakdowns, and that I don't mind that stuff, but I don't like it when it's like 75% of the song. If that,
I like when bands try something new.
Yeah.
Even if it fails, I respect them for continuously sort of pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you have a winning formula, that's great, and I love that as well. But I have even more respect for bands that kind of try and go out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like, there's many other deathcore bands that I do take quite a liking to, like Die Art is Murder and Fit for an Autopsy. So I may have to show you some Fit for an Autopsy if you haven't heard them before. So who knows? Maybe that would
man,
be.
I have not heard of Fit for an
That
Autopsy
would,
yet. So.
if you like Gojira, I think Fit for an Autopsy would be good for you. So be patient until next week.